be understood is that there is a long history of critique of these monuments from the African American community since they went up over a century ago. And so the recent protests, which are much more public and active than they've ever been before, to me is just part of a longer legacy of protest, some of which may have only been verbal in the past, but now it's become physical. And the problem has been, of course, that their thoughts about these monuments and the way it makes them feel has been ignored. And we've come to a point where people are going to decide about these monuments in their communities one way or the other, and with or without government assistance on that.
Now, Jonathan, what's about that? Because I know this has created controversy in the UK too, where I think a slave trader's statue was pulled down, and that was condemned by Priti Patel.
Good afternoon, Waqar. I think that it's one of those cases where people, they have a great cause. Nobody could argue with the cause, and the pain and suffering of slavery in history. No one could disagree that this is distasteful, and people need to be educated about it, and they need to know about it, and we need to be aware of it and mindful of it. But people, by getting so chaotic and emotional in these protests, in my view, they're undermining their cause. They're undermining the good work they could be doing. They're sabotaging it by being so chaotic, so uncontrolled, and so messy in the way that they're doing things. If you had, a really strong protest or sit-in where, thousands of people unite and write letters and petitions and peacefully protest, of course, eventually you can get these statues, the ones that are associated with slavery,